They vanished in Vienna on a Tuesday. No argument had been reported, no distress, no reason. A mother and her adult daughter simply checked out of their hotel in the Austrian capital, left their luggage and storage, and walked away from everything. Their phones, their itinerary, their family waiting at home in Israel, and the life that they had both agreed to return to. Within 24 hours, their family raised the alarm. Within 48, Austrian police had launched a search. Within 72, Interpol had been contacted. Israeli authorities coordinated with their European counterparts. The case spread across international news. What had happened to Molly and Leliana Alon? The answer, when it came, was both a relief and a strangeness that nobody who followed the case has quite managed to shake. They were found in Buenos Aires, Argentina. Not hiding, not in danger, not coerced. When police questioned them, the two women were calm. They had crossed most of the planet in the time their family had been searching Vienna. They had planned it. According to the account that emerged from the questioning, they had wanted to disconnect from family, from obligations, from home. They had chosen, together, to simply leave. No crime had been committed. Police confirmed their lives were not in danger. Interpol closed its file. The case, officially, was over. But the questions it leaves behind are harder to close. What does it mean that two people can make a plan of this magnitude? The logistics, the flights, the coordination, the sustained silence while their family was in agony, and not break. What happened in Vienna before they walked out of that hotel? And what had been building, quietly, in both their lives that made disappearing to another continent feel like the right answer? There is a particular kind of mystery that comes not from violence or deception, but from choice. From someone deciding, deliberately and finally, to become unfindable. The Alon case sits in that category. It does not have a villain. It does not end in a crime scene. It ends in a hotel room in Buenos Aires, Argentina, where two women sat with police officers and explained, calmly, that they had simply needed to leave. Families who followed the case online were divided in ways that rarely resolve cleanly. Some felt relief that the women were alive. Some felt something harder to name, an unease about what a disappearance like this says about the gaps that can exist between people who love each other. A daughter who could plan this with her mother, a mother who agreed, a family in Israel who did not know. The women returned home eventually. What happened when they did, what was said, what was not said, has never been made public. It may never be. Some cases end with answers. Some end with a different kind of silence. Not the silence of an unsolved crime, but the silence of a door that was closed from the inside and has not opened since. The Alons were found. They are safe. And somewhere in that story is a question that investigations cannot answer because it never belonged to the police in the first place.